Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is October the 27th, 2012, Saturday morning. Okay, so the weather today, this is that superstorm that's supposed to be brewing out here on the East Coast. And what it shows me today is this big circle right here. See how this completes the circle? This cloud pattern? Oh, that is so beautiful. You just don't know. You just don't know. Okay, so that completes the circle. This is the circle that we see all the time without the weather, right here. And then with the weather, it completes the circle, which is an impact, obviously. Look at how big this impact is. This is so big, right here. This whole thing is the impact, pretty much. That's the center, and it's not Mare Orientale this time. Although it would fit over that because everything is a sibling of Mare Orientale. Mare Orientale basically shaped our planet. I mean, it's basically shaped our entire planet, and then everything else is hit afterwards, or it's possible that actually the backside of the moon might have hit first, then Mare Orientale, and then the side we see now. That could be the order. It's hard to say, but Mare Orientale definitely shapes the planet, and everything else is shaped just like it. In a way, I mean, they share the same characteristics in a lot of places. Okay, so here you go. This is the center of the impact, and it's Chrysium this time. It looks like to me. I put Chrysium up there. Not a very good image of Chrysium, but you can't really get much for the full. Sorry about that noise. I got too much tension on my damn wire here. All right. So, anyways, I line this up like this. With the weather, like this, because I can see it's a near perfect circle. And then I look at all this here, and this all fits. You just have to see it. I'm using a 42-inch screen, and you got to remember these are just not really good images of the moon. See how everything's not very sharp. Okay, these are probably drawings or something of the moon actually, and which makes no difference. They're the same as all the other. I mean, I could put any Chrysium here, and it'll fit right now. I might even pull up another one here shortly. But see this area? This round cloud pattern here. Okay, you can see that when you back this off, you can see that round area there. See that round area? It's not real round in the picture, but that's the same area. See this line that comes across, how that storm pattern is like straight across on the top? That's the line right here you see. Right here. I mean, this is hit by this area of the moon. Look, I'm really not worried about making videos that appeal to anybody. I'm just trying to point out some really important information on this stuff here. Look, I've been studying this for 3 years, taking the moon surface, reversing it, and putting it over the Earth every single day. All right, my Google Earth never shuts off unless I restart my computer, which is rarely. All right, I mean, it's like look at it every day, and when you see things like this, you have to understand. I mean, just look at the geology of the Earth. Damn. I mean, don't be putting that. You got to look deeper into things. You can't just look at the surface of things. You've got to imagine a little bit deeper. Okay, because that's more that creates our Earth than just plate tectonics and volcanism. I'm telling you right now, and a few little minor, stupid impacts that they talk about. These are the ones they talk about. This is the dark moon, the black moon, the one that hits the Earth, the one that no one wants to talk about. Nobody. Because nobody wants to believe it. Because it's a terrible thing to have to believe, but it's the truth. I mean, you can check it. You can double check everything I do, all on your own. You can do the same thing. All I'm doing is using Google Earth and some images I get of the moon off the internet. So you can do the same thing, and you'll see the same. You'll see the same thing. I mean, it takes a while. It took me a while to get to the point where I am now, where I can just put down pretty much anything, and I've gotten to the point where everything starts to fit every time I just put it there, because I know where I'm going. I see it in another picture or something, another overlay, and I notice the shape. That's all it takes. And I can just put it right in place most of the time. So, like this one right here. This is the first crater I tried. I could put Mare Orientale over that too, and it'll fit because this Chrysium is hit inside Mare Orientale before, in a place where Mare Orientale hit once, and this came back and hit the same spot. Exactly. That's how it does it. Hits the poles on the Earth. Whatever's at the poles gets hit. Wherever the pole is on the Earth, whether it be south or north, doesn't matter, because the South Pole, Antarctica, has been hit directly. That's a direct impact from our moon, right here. Mare Orientale. right there. Hits that spot right there. And there's a few different ones. It's North Pole, Mare Orientale, the Crisium, the side we see now, has hit the North Pole. I mean, look, I'm not just sitting here trying to waste my breath trying to bullshit people that something that's not clearly visible to you too. You'll be able to see it. I'm using a 42-inch screen. It's easy for me to see, but if you have a big screen, you'll see the same thing. You will see the same thing. And I have a lot more than this. This is just, I wanted to show you this before the weather changed, right here, because it's just shows the circle. There it is. I always thought the center of the impact was right here, and you know what? It probably is too. There's probably another one right here. This is like the center of this one. You got another Mare Orientale impact over here too, right in here. So this spot used to be at the pole, obviously, this whole area, and it could have been on top of another continent. As far as that goes, the continents were at one time layered because they share the same land features. Like Canada, you can drag Canada over the top of the United States right here, and it used to be there. But one of them was on top of the other. I'm pretty sure Canada was on top of United States right here. You just do it, you'll see. And here's the other one I want to show. Kind of out of breath here. Okay, look. See this earlier, or last night I should say, I was working on this. You see this shape in the ocean right here off the west coast of the United States or North America? Okay, this used to be a little, last night it was a little bit smaller. I'm going to show you the picture I saved of it and where I put it, because I've seen this line before, and I've seen this line right here. This line is the same as this line right here. See this? See how this waves around like this and kind of curves around? That's the same 7 shape, except it's over here now and it's changed a little bit. But this was like this and a few days ago it was just like that. And this line right here, created by the same thing that creates this line, which is the same thing that creates, hold on, this line. That's how it looked last night. See that? So I saved this picture of the weather on off the west coast in the Pacific last night from right here. Okay, this is what it looked like. So I brought it down here, and I know this is, you think that this globe is smaller, so it's not the right size, but it is the right size. It is the right. It just looks. It's because I only saved part of the picture. This is the right size. Now check it out. Just take a good look at this one. I want you to look at this area right here, especially. Check it out. That looks like it fits there so good to me. Look at this. Look at the clouds right there. So these clouds that are up here, nowhere near this area of the Pacific Ocean, they're up here right now. This 7 is up here. You see it right there's where it is, right here, off the west coast of North America, right in the Pacific. That's where it was last night, and then I brought it down to here, next to Australia, and that's where it was. That's where it goes. That's what creates that shape. And the impact. Look at this right here. The whole deal. Look at this cloud right here. See the cloud? Look at that. Right where it should be. Right where it should be. You can see the shape of Australia kind of right here, where it comes down to that point there. You can see that's part of that. For sure. I mean that's just, you know, it's not coincidence that just fits right there, and it's up here at this. You know, it's from an impact. Let me show you. It's from an impact by the moon. Let me just show you again. Let me just show you something I've already showed. I've already showed all this. I'm showing the updates. Just going to update it here. It's this one right here. This one I did about a month ago. I did it while I was making a video. I discovered it while I was making a video. Right there in the Pacific. See that? See that impact? And that's right where, watch. There's a 7. Okay? Look at the line right here. See this line on the moon? This line? This is the same line. It's just, watch how it cuts off right there where it starts. See that? It's from this. This weather is not the weather that I lined up this crater to. This is totally different weather. than I lined up when I found this crater. And you'll see, I got videos about it on my channel, but you see how this fits. Watch. And I know you think that's just that line I'm lining up. It's not. Everything else lines up too. It's just, but you can barely see the things that they try to show. They try to hide from you. But look, it's here. May not see it on my screen, but if you do it yourself, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's worth it. It's well worth it. Reverse the image of the moon, make it hella bigger, and overlay it over the Earth with Google Earth. Simple as that. Get good images of the moon. You have to have this crater. You can even use the USGS or the NASA one that it's a drawing from 1978. It's the same crater. It just looks different, but it's the same thing, and it lines up too. So, you know, they can change. It'd either be NASA doing it, or it would be, you know, somebody doing it with the pictures to make it fit if it was phony. Because I've used all kinds of moon images, and they all fit. Same thing. Always follow just a pattern. They follow a pattern. Complete pattern. Some are the same impact. Like this one right here, the 7. Okay, there's this impact happened right here. And let me just show you the land over North America here. I've showed it before, but here's Grand Canyon and all the, you know, the Great Salt Lake and everything in this impact. Right up here somewhere. Oh, it's up here, I mean. Covered by clouds. Should check that out real quick. Oh yeah, see the shape of the storm. Fits right in there. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off this weather and show you this. So show you how it fits in this area here. Look. You see where they hide the Grand Canyon. Watch this. This is where the Grand Canyon should be right here. Look. See that spot? That's where they hide it. Swear to God. Right there. See that blurry spot? That's where the Grand Canyon should be. And all this should be too. They're hiding all this. You see that big time, and all this too. I mean, they don't give you the detail there because when there should be detail there. You can see the rest of it. Look at this right here. That's right there. It's totally right there. The whole thing. Look at that. As I move it in and out, you can see how it goes together. Okay. This does. It goes there. I've checked every angle of it. I've checked it all. Every angle. It goes right here. The weather shows it every day. I check it. The weather shows it every day. It shows that it fits every day. Weather does not ever, you know, not fit. It always fits. And you have to look close at it. But I didn't line this right here to this today. This wasn't here yet. A few days ago, I would have never even seen this. But I lined it up, you know, a month ago, and I turned on the weather, and this is what comes up. So I noticed that 7, right? I noticed the number 7, or the clouds, you know, the 7, and I brought it down to the ocean, down here in the Pacific. So that's what happened when I brought it down there. Just want to show you that. Look at that. This shit. Right here. That curl. The curl, watch. You want to see the curl? See how that curls around? Same thing. Does the same thing. This is from that. Guaranteed. So the weather patterns show. Look, they may be able to mess with the pictures or whatever to fit to the Earth, but then to make the weather fit too, I mean, man, that would be something else. That weather is the same thing. This weather starts out right there. That's weird. It either hit. I'm pretty sure this impact up here, where it fits up here in the ocean, must have happened down here. Because we can see a lot of stuff moving from this area. This is like an old area. This used to all be at the poles. Every impact I show you used to be at the poles. So, like this one. Here's my new Asian one. Mare Orientale, over the Orient. Okay, they call it Mare Orientale for a reason. I know it means east, whatever. But here you go. Show the weather here first. Check it out. Weather doesn't show a whole lot right now until you back it off. So you see how this is all here. Just back it off here. Watch this. Right there. There we go. lights up here. Check this out. Alright, hold on, turn the weather off. It might be easier. Alright, this is my new weather one here with the borders on too. Turn the borders on. Might have to wait for the borders. Might have to wait for everything. There you go. Alright, this is how it fits in Asia. Just like that. That is a near perfect alignment. Even the way these are all aligned, this one lines up, they all line up, all of them. Every single one lines right up. Look at that. Look at that beautiful alignment. Look at this right here. See this? The lines come down again. There you go. Same thing, right? That's what that is right there. See this right here? This little cut right there. You see the same thing right here. That's that. Just a little bit off, but you can see everything else lines up, and you'll be able to see the same thing when you do it on your own computer with Google Earth. There's no, I'm not lying. This stuff will tie all itself together. You'll see the true meaning, the true Earth story, the true story of the Earth and the Moon. I mean, unless these images are the moon images are alive, but see, we can see a side of the moon, and that side's hit the Earth. The side we see has hit the Earth. All you got to do is put it over the North Pole, and you will see that it fits the North Pole. It fits the Western United States. The side that we see now, it fits a lot more than that, but I mean, the whole thing will fit the North Pole. They hide it all the time. They hide the North Pole weather. Want to see? Watch. I'll show you right now. Right now. Watch this. North Pole weather. I mean, look at this. They don't always hide every bit of it, but they hide most of it. They always hide in some little patch up here. Look, right here. This little patch is being hidden. Right at the North Pole, there's the magnetic north, and it's always something right in this area that they're hiding. And look, you can't get those other two squares. I got that one. Okay, this one won't go away. But earlier it was just a big square. See, the weather changes at times, and you can't see it too good. But they always hide something up at the North Pole. I've already showed that in another video. And let's see, there's so much more, man. There's no way I can make a video about everything, cover everything. You guys got to start. Here's another one. Look. This one I did before, months ago, a couple months ago at least. Okay, this is down here. Okay, this one I did a couple months ago, and I lined it up using the weather patterns. I saw a big circle in the clouds right here. It showed a big, perfect circle right there. So I lined this up 2 months ago, probably, at least. Okay, this one right here. So I knew one went there. I know this one goes there. I know it does. But then the other day, I noticed. Let me turn this down. I noticed in another alignment I was doing somewhere else, and I know this shape. I've seen this shape 100,000 times. This shape right here, you know, and I've lined up things with it. But here we go. This is what it is. Finally found out what creates it. Okay, so that shape is this one here. See that in Romania right here? This shape that you see in Romania is that right there. Okay. Now you can see the rest of it. Look at the back side of it, and look at you can see the curl underneath. You can see the same thing. Look, it's right there. And if you back it up and take a good look at it with the big screen like I got, you'll be able to see the same. All this is the same thing. All the land matches. It does. Not all of it, but most of it does. Enough of it. Enough to know what you're seeing. Okay, now look. I knew this one went here from the one I did a couple months ago, right? Let me turn that one off. Okay, but the other day I noticed this shape, and I noticed that it lined up with Romania, right? Because I finally put the two together. Well, all I did was line that shape up right there. I didn't even look at the rest of the crater. Didn't even look at it. Not really. Just I looked at that, and then I lined up the center, because I know the center is right here at the Azores, right? It's the center of the impact. I know it is. So I lined that up, and then you see how everything fits. Watch. Just watch how all this fits around Africa. Look at that. All I did was line up Romania in the center, and just everything else falls into place. Believe that? I do. And then the weather, of course, will fit. At certain times, you'll see real good around here. The other day it was really good around here, but it'll always fit. Fits in here. So that. Yeah. I got to pause for a second.